everyone, welcome to our channel AglaSem Schools. I am Aishwarya and I am back with another chapter of social and political life. Today we will discuss chapter number 5th, that is Judiciary. In this chapter we will understand what is judiciary system and what is the crucial role that it plays in the functioning of Indian democracy. So without wasting much time, let us start with the exercise and try to give appropriate solutions for the same. Starting with question number 1, you read that one of the main functions of the judiciary is upholding the law and enforcing fundamental rights. Why do you think an independent judiciary is necessary to carry out this important function? Answer: an independent judiciary is necessary to carry out the main function of upholding the law and enforcing fundamental rights because there are cases where the politician has the power to appoint and dismiss a judge from his office. When you take this case to court, the judge is clearly partial to the politician. The Indian Constitution protects against this kind of situation by providing for the independence of the judiciary. It is the independence of the judiciary that allows the court to play a central role in ensuring that there is no misuse of power by the legislature and the executive. It also plays a crucial role in protecting the fundamental rights of citizens because anyone can approach the courts if they believe that their rights have been violated. Now, moving on to question number 2, reread the list of fundamental rights provided in chapter number 1. How do you think the right to constitutional remedies connects to the idea of judicial review? Answer: right to constitutional remedies allows citizens to move the court if they believe that any of their fundamental rights have been violated by the state. This connects to the idea of judicial review, whereas judicial review implied invalidation of legislative or executive action if it is seen to violate fundamental right. Therefore, right to constitutional remedies and idea of judicial review are somewhat interconnected. Question number 3. In the following illustration, fill in each tier with the judgments given by the various courts in the Sudha Goyal case. Check your responses with others in class. Answer to this question: you must have read Sudha Goyal's case in the chapter. Now, answer to this would be: number 1. The lower court convicted Sudha Goyal's husband, his mother and his brother-in-law Subhash Chandra and sentenced all three of them to death. Now, when case was handed over to High Court, the High Court passed the judgment that all three of them were guilty and then declared them non-guilty. After this, the Supreme Court passed the judgment stating that Sudha's husband and mother-in-law are proven guilty and sentenced them to life imprisonment. The brother-in-law was freed because of lack of evidence. Moving on to question number 4. Keeping the Sudha Goyal's case in mind, take the sentences that are true and correct the ones that are false. Answer: Part A says the accused took the case to the High Court because they were unhappy with the decision of the trial court. This sentence is true. Part B says they went to the High Court after the Supreme Court had given its decision. This sentence is incorrect. They went to High Court after trial court had given its decision. Part C says if they do not like the Supreme Court verdict, the accused can go back again to the trial court. This sentence is also incorrect, as the accused cannot go back to the trial court since Supreme Court is at the highest rung of the judiciary pyramid. Question number 5. Why do you think the introduction of public interest litigation (PIL) in the 1980s is a significant step in ensuring access to justice for all? Answer: the court play a very significant role in protecting our fundamental rights. If any citizen believes that their rights are being violated, then they can approach the court for justice to be done. However, in reality, access to courts have always been difficult for the vast majority of the poor in India. In response to this, the Supreme Court in the early 1980s devised a mechanism of public interest litigation or PIL to increase access to justice. This was a significant step in ensuring access to justice for all, as it allowed any individual or organization to file a PIL in the High Court or the Supreme Court on behalf of those rights were being violated. The legal process was greatly simplified, and even a letter or telegram addressed to the Supreme Court or the High Court could be treated as a PIL. Question number 6. Read it excerpts from the judgment on the Olga Tellis versus Bombay Municipal Corporation case. Now, write in your own words what the judges meant when they said that the right to livelihood was part of the right to life. Answer. The sweep of the right to life conferred by Article 21 is wide and far-reaching life. Means something more than mere animal existence. It does not mean merely that life cannot be extinguished or taken away as, for example, by the imposition and execution of the death sentence, except according to procedure established by law. That is but one aspect of the right to life. An equally important facet of that right is the right to livelihood, because no person can live without the means of living, that is, the means of livelihood. Question number 7. Write a story around the theme Justice delayed is justice denied. Answer. Justice delayed is justice denied means that if justice is not delivered at the right time, it either may lose importance or may become meaningless. Here students have to build a story of their own revolving around justice delayed is justice denied. Moving on to question number 8. Make sentences with each of the glossary words given on the next page. Answer. Starting with number 1, acquit. In Sudha Goyal's case, all the 3 accused were acquitted by the High Court. Number 2, to appeal. The women's organization opposed to the Domestic Violence Act 2020 and decided to appeal for reintroducing the act. 3rd, compensation. The government gave compensation to the families of victims killed in train accident. Number 4th, eviction. The eviction of a person from a pavement or slum will inevitably lead to the deprivation of his means of livelihood. Number 5th, violation of law. Any violation of law demands action against the victim. Question number 9. The following is a poster made by Right to Food campaign. Read this poster and list the duties of the government to uphold the right to food. How does the phrase hungry stomachs overflowing go downs, we will not accept it, used in the poster relate to the photo essay on the right to food on page number 61? Answer. The duties of government to uphold the right to food are as follows. To ensure that all persons get food. Number 2, that no one goes to sleep hungry. 3rd, that the vulnerable section of the society such as the elderly, the disabled, widows, etc. get special attention and facilities. Number 4th, that there is no death because of hunger or malnutrition. Hungry stomachs overflowing go downs, we will not accept it, used in the poster relate to the photo essay on the right to food because it highlights the droughts in Rajasthan and Orissa in 2001, where millions faced acute shortage of food even though government godowns were filled with grains and was eaten away by rats. In this situation, hunger amidst plenty. In this situation of hunger amidst plenty, an organization called the People's Union of Civil Liberties or PUCL filed a PIL in the Supreme Court It stated that the fundamental right to life guaranteed in Article 21 of the Constitution included the right to food. The state's excuse that it did not have adequate funds was shown to be wrong because the godowns were overflowing with grains. The Supreme Court ruled that the state had a duty to provide food to all. It therefore directed the government to provide more employment, to provide food at cheaper prices through the government ration shops, and to provide midday meals to children. It also appointed 2 food commissioners to report on the implementation of government schemes. So guys, this was all for this chapter. Hope you liked the video, and if you did, then do not forget to like and share this video with your friends. If you still have any doubts regarding this chapter, then feel free to ask us in a comment section below. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more NCERT videos of other subjects too. See you soon. Bye bye.